In previous videos, I've talked about things that help me solve programming problems. One is running, which helps me clear my mind. Another is reading code away from the computer, which helps me get a different perspective. Today I want to talk about another one, blogging. Hi, I'm Rickard, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about my interest for programming. I make videos where I document what I'm working on and try to make it interesting for others to watch. You can see me programming on different projects and share things I learn. So recently I got stuck when I tried to implement the next thing in my projectional editor. The design did not support the change I wanted to make, and even worse, I couldn't figure out how to evolve the design either. I was stuck. Whenever I end up in a stuck situation like this, I'm wondering if I'm doing something wrong. Because when I'm reading agile literature, and maybe TDD literature in particular, I get the feeling that it should always be possible to make some progress. Just write a teeny tiny test and make some progress in some direction. And if you can't do that, it's because you ignore earlier signs that you should have refactored your code or evolved the design in a particular direction. You should just listen to your code. It'll tell you what to do. It's not telling me anything. How about trying to write a teeny tiny test to move your design forward? But what test? Just listen. Listen to your code. I don't hear anything. Listen. I was not getting any good advice from my code, so I needed another approach. What did I do? I started writing a blog post. I started explaining what I was working on, what I was trying to accomplish, and what the problems I had were. By doing this, I forced myself to make my thinking more clear about it. I still felt like I was getting no closer to a solution, but by writing about the problem, a few things had emerged that I could actually try. I could try to go in some direction and it might work out. I was able to write a few tests to start moving the design of the codebase a bit forward. TDD helped me move forward with tiny changes. I had a safety net and continued to extend it. I made lots of small changes and wasn't fully sure they would work out, but I powered through and eventually I had something that I felt would solve my problems. So what was the problem? I noticed a piece of code that wasn't working very cleanly, so I tried to evolve the design in a direction that would make this code easier to read and more logical. So if you had listened more carefully to your code, you would have noticed this before, right? Yeah, maybe. Listen. Maybe writing was my way of listening to my code. I couldn't hear it screaming at me by just reading the code. I had to write about it and think more deeply about it. Writing a test might also have worked, but I wasn't sure what test to write. Reading the code in a hammock might also have worked. But this time I used another tool in my toolbox, writing. Oh, and if you want more details about this problem in particular, check out my blog post about it. Bye!